It's another exciting Friday evening, and there wouldn't be a more delightful way to begin today's show than on a jazzy note. I'm your host, Nkosazana Dambuza, and welcome to Trendz Live. That performance was from four-piece Sowetan band Oddball, giving us just a glimpse of what's partially in store for you tonight. After all, April is International Jazz Awareness Month, as many famous jazz performers celebrate their birthdays during this month. You see, Jam was founded by John Edward Gassi, a curator of the Smithsonian National Museum of American History in 2001. And thanks to him, we can all tune into jazz with much celebration. And still on a jam note, you will recall that the observance of this month aims to recognize the heritage and history of jazz. The year 1980 brought about Jazz Awareness Month, created by the Louisiana Jazz Federation. And bringing it back home, we are joined by members of jazz band Oddball to tell us about the band and their fascination with the genre. Thank you guys for joining us in studio. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Sure.
I want to start with you, Tula. Why did you choose this genre that I think many people would say associates with elderly people, like our parents' generation? Why do you think it caters for all audiences?
I mean, first of all, a lot of the music that we listen to today is rooted in jazz. From R&B to amapiano to, you know, a lot of the things that we're listening to, the chord progressions, where it actually comes from is from jazz. So we actually are celebrating our roots as a band, and you know, being just kids from Soweto, we grew up listening to Abo Jonas Ngwangwa, Nabo Huma Sigela. So for us, it's just modernizing that and making it new for, you know, all audiences. That's what we're doing, yeah.
Sandile, I want to bring you in as founder of the band. Why the name Oddball, and what was the vision when you put this band together?
I chose the name Oddball because I felt like it will better describe our influences as a whole, which are like very odd if you think about them. Because outside of jazz, we have like more than one influences, which range from rock and roll to hip hop. So it was more like an amalgamation of all of those influences. So the name fit better. Oddball was a better name.
Yeah.
And Tula, you are the lead vocalist, I understand.
Yeah.
And what would you say brings out the magic when you sing to these amazing instrumentals?
I think for us is because, like, you know, we're trying to make a nice improvised vibe. What really happens is that for me, I get the feeling of the song every time. So every time they play, I can just feel something. I feel like this could be a beautiful love song. And then from there onwards, you know, it all just comes alive, and we just feed off each other, and it becomes a beautiful experience, and that's what it is.
And it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Sandile, you guys have played individually and as well as together as a band. So what have been some of the challenges over the years?
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. But then for me personally, I'm sure with the brothers too, it's been always trying to figure out a way to navigate the industry without having as much as like middlemen and whatever, but learning to do both the business side of things and the art side of things, because I think that would be the most challenging thing for every artist or musicians, because we mostly want to spend time creating, so like learning to like navigate the whole thing by ourselves, that's been the most challenging but rewarding thing too, because it teaches you to, you know, put your own things together and just learn the business side of things, and you know, the whole thing, how the whole thing works. Makes you for a better independent musician.
And I understand that you guys are working on your first EP. Sandile, tell us, what can we expect? What kind of sound can we expect from you guys?
It's going to be a mix of all the things we like. So you're going to hear a little bit of jazz, a little bit of improvisation. Obviously, you're going to hear some love songs, ballads, because we got our brother here, the lover man. He's the lover man in the band.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's going to be great. There's like influences of house, so it caters to everybody actually. So everybody can enjoy it. And, you know.
And Tula, how does, you know, playing as many possible live performances as possible, how would you say that boosts your confidence?
Well, first of all, we face a lot of different crowds from a lot of different places. And we get to see how the music that we make actually like resonates with every single audience that we go to. Yeah. So for us, we get used to performing, we get used to being on a stage, so we're not always nervous anymore. We can just get on a stage and be like, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing tonight? And then it just starts going, you know. So that's why we perform as often as we can, and so that, you know, whenever something really huge happens, we don't even have to sit and rehearse for hours. We've played so many times that it just comes naturally. Yeah.
And Tula, would you say that jazz music is for people who have a deep understanding of music?
No, not really. Hey, I think all of us can find something we like in every genre of music. I think some people just hear the word jazz, especially nowadays. They hear the word jazz and they just want to be like, oh, I don't think that's so cool. But every single one of us can find at least some artist that we might like that plays jazz music. If you don't find John Coltrane interesting, maybe you'll find Oddball interesting, you know? So
Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciated your performance. We really appreciated your words of inspiration. I'm sure many people can relate to them.
Thank you.
Oh, well, I'll see you after the break, but for now, I'll leave you in the capable hands of Oddball with Angsahoni.
First time I saw your beautiful face, the only thing that I could say was hello, hi. I told myself that I would always be close to you. Told myself that I would always be here for you. Yeah, 'cause I need you every day. I need you all my life. I need you every day. I need you. Yeah, aksahona ansagwazi bitu yaka ibada.